You're listening to a best of broadcasts of the RH3 Show. For more about the broadcasts, please visit the rh3show.com.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
I gotta raise it down, raise it down, they call it to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord,
switch my old status that's from sinner to saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know they own the inner restraint. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Red, host of the RH3 Show. It's another great cold Thursday. I had to press my way on this mic for you all on this Thursday. It is snowing. It has snowed and it is iced up here in North Carolina. So where you all at? Let me know. Share me your pictures. Go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/the RH3 Show, or you can do it on W Pop Radio, which is my flagship station, facebook.com/ I believe it is W Pop Radio, right? Alright, we got a great show planned for you on today. We're going to continue our series, which is it is a biblical dating series. In this part, we're on part 2, which is entitled Men Initiate, Women Respond. Come on. And it's all about dating, and it's all about, the steps to date and how we should go about doing it, fellas. Because this is where, she's the focus, but we're the drive for that focus. I hope you're getting it. Hope you're getting it. We're the drive for it, and just stick with me. Alright, stick with me. We got an Ask Great letter, and also we got some other great stuff planned for you on today, so keep it where you got it. It is the RH3 Show. Alright, be back in a minute.
You're listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 Show. For more about the broadcasts, please visit the rh3show.com.
K&B Improvement. No job too big or too small. Heaven knows we do it all. From carpet cleaning to house turnover, deep scrubbing, and more. Carpet restoration, we give you what you ask for. Reliable, reasonable, prices you can't beat. Let us serve you in all your cleaning needs, for we are dependable and neat. Call 301-379-5939. Kevin Best, www.kandbimprovement.com.
Does your ministry, business, or organization need a new brand? Or maybe you're looking for a graphic artist to give your letterheads, publications, or your upcoming event flyer a little more pop and eye appeal? Then Integrity Media and Design is your one-stop shop. They offer many services that will suit your needs. Services such as media production and editing, graphic design, business identity, and much more. That's Integrity Media and Design. More information is available at integritymedia.weebly.com or on Facebook, Integrity Media and Design, or you can also find them on Twitter at officialimd7. Integrity Media and Design. Media and design with integrity in mind.
Y'all, this is a chill time, relax time with Red until we get down to business. What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Chat with me. Hope y'all are doing well. I am great. Just sitting here chilling. Nothing else, y'all. I don't have nothing to say on this break here. So guess what? This break is only going to be a few seconds, probably a good minute. y'all, this weather is just having me just laying low. So you know what? I might be peeling out of here a little early, and half of the broadcast is going to be a best of. I'm going to try to do it a whole hour. If not, the next half is going to be a best of. So, you know what? That's all I got to say is how y'all been. I've been doing great, chilling in the snow. 2018 been looking really good, and you know, for the past few days and probably weeks have been, you know, been having some up and downs, but hey, you know, God is working things out on my behalf. But ain't no but to that. He is. But I will say this. Keep it where you got it. Coming up next is the Inside Scoop of the Red, and this is where Nina and I will give you our honest, our unscripted opinion on today's world and entertainment news. For me and her, she got the gospel news coming up. So keep it where you got it. Coming up next is our girl Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News right here on the RH3 Show. Keep it where you got it.
Don't let your loved ones struggle and lose everything. For life insurance is for the living, not the dead. When I lost my sister and grandmother on the same day on April 1st, yes, April Fool's Day, 1998, I was devastated. I had no extra money to take care of my sister or grandmother's burial needs, nor did I have financial resources to care for my sister's twin toddlers. No daycare money, no funds towards housing. The pain of their death was far greater than what I had anticipated. So great that my plight in life changed. I made up in my mind that I would dedicate my life to ensuring families and sparing them from the heartaches and the headaches that come when one does not have insurance. Today, as a licensed agent, I am helping individuals and organizations understand how life insurance works and getting them properly insured. Today, let me, Stephanie Poplar, and my team help you obtain life coverage at a competitive rate. We carry whole life, term, mortgage protection, financial expense annuities, and we offer college funding. We also conduct a free policy review. Call Stephanie Poplar at 443-857-1549. Again, that's 443-857-1549.
Did you catch this flashback of the RH3 show? But, you know, a virtuous woman respects her husband and also respects herself. She does good. She does him good all the days of her life, and she's trustworthy, and they help meet. So, you know, marriage is a, you know, a great attribute, and being, you know, real down to the T, 100% single, unique, and whole is another great attribute of a virtuous woman. Number 3, some women do not carry this attribute because, you know, even the women that do fits in this name or this title doesn't deserve it. And I may get rocks thrown at me for saying that, but who cares? My name is on the marquee, the RH3 show, not the audience of the RH3 show. This is my segment. This is my hour. This is my show that I birthed January. When was it? January the 8th, 2010. But it is, you know, my opinion. But, you know, like I said, some women does not have a mothering gene in her body. And I know a few ladies out here, that have children and they do not deserve them children. You know, God may bless them with it, but, you know, I'm not God and I can't, you know, I'm just being real, y'all. You can come on, let's just be real. You know, God gives us a blessing, and he may have gifted them with their children, and God does not make mistakes on who he blesses, and who he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. But, people can take advantage of that gift. People can take advantage of that gift. And like I said, I know a few women out here that has children and they really don't deserve them. The reason being is how they treat them and how, they're being raised. But a virtuous woman, a attribute of a virtuous woman is someone who's mothering. And again, if you can't bear children, I have to learn that you do not have to. I'm getting a little emotional here right now, but you don't have to be a dad to be a father, or a father to be a dad. You feel me? Because the reason why I'm saying this is because, y'all, and I ain't even gonna say it, I'll mention it on Father's Day whenever I'm in here bawling my eyes out, y'all, because Father's Day, you just don't know, it is a special time for me. And I'll say this and then I'll keep it moving, because we're talking about the mothers here. We're not talking about Father's Day, but I'm just talking, I'm leading up to what I'm saying about mothers, and you do not have to be a biological mother to be someone's mother. But y'all, my godson, he'll be 16 next Wednesday actually. And he, on Father's Day last year, he told me Happy Father's Day. And I don't have any children. My only children is him, his god brother, and his god sister. Y'all, I lost it. You hear me? I lost it because just that same day, I ain't even gonna go to it, but you don't have to have your own children to be someone's mother or a mother figure. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Come on, y'all. Join me every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. For more about The RH3 Show, visit my website at therh3show.com.
You're listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 Show. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 Show.
Just step crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy? Just step crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy? Just step crazy. If I find my way home, yeah.
It is. Oh, I was about to say, am I recording? Hello? Knock, 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 knock. I hope I'm recording, but I think I am. But it is the Inside Scoop with Red, and this is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on today's world and entertainment news. And also during this time, Nina Taylor will be here with our gospel news for this week. And so let's get started. Y'all, when I read this news report, I literally gasped. And so I was like, oh God, this is nothing entertainment news wise, but y'all, a funeral home mistakenly cremates the wrong woman's body. A funeral home is under investigation after mixing up bodies of 3 people, causing one to be accidentally cremated. Now, Sandra Bennett's family is having to come to terms with the fact that they won't get to say goodbye won't get to say goodbye to her the way that they planned. Via Complex, Bennett's family arrived at the funeral home on December 27th for visitation and were reportedly presented with 2 different bodies. While the second body was dressed in Bennett's clothes, neither was actually her. The funeral home's website states all reputable cremation providers use rigorous sets of operation procedures and policies to maximize their level of service, which minimizes the risk of human errors. Unfortunately for the Bennett family, this was an irreversible and devastatingly severe instance of human error. It's just like a horror story, one of Bennett's family members said. Certainly it sounds like a lawsuit to us, and it sure do. Y'all, it is crazy, ridiculous. And, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's weird. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Hold on, y'all.
January 1st, 2018. You have to be a lot more on top of.
Sorry about that. I got to another another news report, and yeah, I had to stop that from playing in the back of my ear. But 4 things to know about the new U.S. tax law, y'all. According to Yahoo Finance, you're starting to get your W-2s, 1099s from 2017, and you know that there was a tax code overhaul that passed in the late December. But should you know anything differently now? While nothing changes for filing your taxes in April, here are some of the biggest changes that will likely affect you next year. Personal exemptions and the standard deductions. Under the old tax code, you all, listen to me, under the old tax code, the average family of 4 that submitted taxes, married filing jointly, received a tax break of $16,200 through the personal exemption. One $4,050 exemption for every family member of the family. But that's gone now. But in its place is the standard deductions, nearly doubled from $12,700 to $24,000 even. That will leave a family of 4 with $4,900 more in taxable income than before. The idea is that the loss of $4,900 of shieldable income will offset by the lower brackets. And this is said by Rebecca Walser, and a tax attorney at Walser Wealth. The new tax bracket, you can go to Yahoo Finance and search new tax bracket, and the tax bracket law passed in December led the marginal tax rate lowered and the income ranges are being altered. So yeah, interesting. So go to Yahoo Finance, you guys, and search that 2008 tax bracket. But state and local taxes, 2017 will be the last year in which you'll be able to deduct the total of your state and local taxes from your federal tax bill. It used to be, let's say I lived in California or New York, and I had state income taxes, state property taxes, and state sale taxes. I used to be able to, on a Schedule A itemized deduction, list out exactly what I paid in state tax income, state property taxes, and an estimated of what I paid in state taxes, state sales taxes. This is what Walser is saying. And then those 3 amounts together would count as a complete deduction, 100% against my income, so that I would not pay federal tax on monies that was going to the state. The deductibility of all 3 state taxes and state and local taxes are now being capped at $10,000 total. Many homeowners, particularly those in high-tax states, attempted to prepay their 2018 property taxes before the new year was a way to take advantage of the larger deduction in the old system, y'all. But the IRS announced that people can only deduct their 2018 state and local property taxes if they were accessed and prepaid in 2017. With the withholdings, y'all, there's a good chance you filled out a 1040 when you W-4 when you started your job. That's the form that, tells the employee how much withhold tax in your paycheck. On top of the W-4 was a worksheet where you filled out how many people you claimed as dependents lived in your household. That number gave you the total amount of allowance to list on the W-4 form, which helped keep you from over or underpaying tax throughout the year. But since the W-4 was based on the number of personal exemptions, you'll probably have to fill out a new W-4 form. That's easier said than done. However, the IRS has not yet released the new W-4 forms. Walser doesn't expect y'all that the new W-4 forms will be released until sometime February. So check with your company to make sure that you're on track and that you got the new W-4 or the W-4 is coming to you all. So for more, before I leave or before I finish my portion of the Inside Scoop is Red, hold on, I want to do something here. Before I finish the Inside Scoop of the Red, I want to read something in regards to what is going to take place for nonprofits and for, people. I'm going to read this, and this is according to the NPR nationalpublicradio.org. For many Americans, giving to charities is kind of like a holiday tradition. In December, you'll hear reminders to take your tax deductions before the end of the year. But this new tax has some charities feeling worried. The new tax bill increased the standard deduction, so fewer middle-class Americans will likely benefit from listing individual deductions like charitable donations on their tax return. The Noel King said that I asked Larry Lieberman, the chief operating officer of Charity Navigator, why is this such a big deal for nonprofits? And Larry says, in 1917, the U.S. government created an opportunity for the Americans to take a tax deduction for donations to charitable organization. It was straightforward and existed since that time. The only way to take advantage of this deduction is to file an itemized tax return. So what we're hearing now is that the number of Americans who will be filing itemized returns will be going down. And King says, the standard deduction goes up. Fewer people need to itemize their returns. Fewer people towards the end of the year are looking to write in the $500 that they give to the Salvation Army or Oxfam or any charity. Is that it? And Lieberman states that's correct. The estimates are that as many as 30 million more Americans will choose not to itemize their tax returns. So, y'all, the Inside Scoop of the Red is where I give y'all my honest, my unscripted opinion on today's real-life topics, grown folks discussion, whether it be entertainment, news, politics, finance, sports, big screen, the small screen, health, whatever. I try to give it to you all, full across the board, because I have many people who listen to many stuff. And so, yeah. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and give a few reports, and then I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News. And so, hold on one second. I had to sign up for the Get News Alert. But y'all, Mary J. Blige, did y'all know that she, around 2016, during the start of her divorce, that she was homeless? Yeah, she stated that Jimmy Iovine, I think that's his name. Jimmy Iovine gave her a place to stay while him and his wife gave Jimmy Iovine gave her a place to stay, him and his wife, while she was going through this divorce and all of that, and prayers out to Mary. But on last Thursday, Mary J. Blige, she was honored with the Walk of Fame star, and this was actually on her 47th birthday. So happy belated birthday, Mary J, and congratulations on your Walk of Fame star. And I pray that everything will get better for you, and this nasty divorce that you're going through be amended, and everything will work well. And so I hate that you're going through this. I really do. I really and truly do hate that you're going through all of this. And so, yeah. What else do we have? Y'all, if y'all into competition, the 4 comes on tonight, I think at 8, 9 Central. So just check your local listing for the 4, which comes on at Fox. You know, if you're on the Central, it should be on at 9. East Coast, 8. Yeah, so whatever time zone you're in, check it out, alright? Naya Rivera domestic battery charge has been dropped because her husband did not appear in court. She caught a break for not being charged, and so he didn't appear in court. So, hey, her hands is washed. Here's Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News right here on the RH3 Show, and we'll be back for this discussion topic on today, which is entitled, I didn't tell y'all what it was about. It is entitled, yes I did, Biblical Dating and Men Initiate, where's it at? I have it right here, y'all. I'm just playing. Men initiate, women respond. Keep it where you got it. Here you go, Nina.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your gospel news. Lee Williams began performing gospel music at the age of 8 when his uncle, a member of a group called the Gospel Stars, put together a companion group featuring Williams and his 3 brothers. Williams' uncle also formed a group called the Spiritual QCs in 1962. QCs, which stands for Qualified Christian Singers. When the outfit broke up in 1968, Williams took the name for his own group, the Spiritual QCs. Lee Williams and the Spiritual QCs, a quartet gospel group originating from Tupelo, Mississippi, but did not start recording until the 1990s. The gospel quartet includes Lee Williams as lead singer, Al Hollis as guitar player and background vocalist, Patrick Hollis as background singer, Leonard Trumpet as second lead vocalist, and new full-time bassist Tommy Harris. Lee Williams was not known as the lead singer of the Spiritual QCs until 1998. Lee Williams went from being a part-time gospel group to recording artists who traveled 50 weekends out of the year. Their first recording was in 1996. Jesus is Alive and Well was their first album, which included the breakout hit record I've Learned to Lean. Their second album, Love Will Go All the Way, was released in 1998 and set the stage for their third album, which released in 2000, named Good Time. This reached the top 10 of Billboard's Gospel Albums charts. During that following year, the group won Traditional Quartet of the Year at the Gospel Music Excellence Awards and was nominated for Best Gospel Album at the Soul Train Music Awards. In 2002, the group recorded their third album, Right on Time, at the Temple of Deliverance Church in Memphis, Tennessee. When the recording was finished, the album was released to the public in the spring of 2003. Well, we are into 2018, a brand new year, and did you know that location matters when it comes to health? Everyone is hitting the gyms very early on in the year. Some places promote wellness by expanding access to nutritional food and recreation facilities all year long. Other cities strive to keep treatment costs affordable for everyone to protect green space that encourages an active and healthy lifestyle. Good health can be difficult to maintain, what with the rising costs of healthcare in the United States and uneven standards for health education in public schools. And to make matters worse, health advice cluttering the web and the new groundbreaking diet fads from year to year. To determine which areas prioritize residents' well-being, research from Wallet Hub's data team compared the health habits of 150 of the most populated U.S. cities. They kept in mind indicators of good health, such as cost of doctor visits, fruit and vegetable consumption, to fitness clubs per population. We put together a list of the healthiest cities in America for 2018. Number 10, Santa Clarita, California. Number 9, Washington, D.C. Number 8, Honolulu, Hawaii. Number 7, Huntington Beach, California. Number 6, Irvine, California. Number 5, Portland, Oregon. Number 4, Seattle, Washington. Number 3, Scottsdale, Arizona. Number 2, Salt Lake City, Utah. And the number 1 healthiest city in the United States is San Francisco, California. Atlanta, Georgia finished in 21st place, and 27th place went to Tampa, Florida. Washington, D.C. has the most running and walking trails than any other city in the U.S. Here's your Billboard Top 10 songs for this week. Number 10, Erica Campbell with Well Done. Number 9, Tamala Mann, Change Me. Number 8, Ruth LaAntra with Kingdom. Number 7, Ted Wynn and Balance with Stand in Awe. Number 6, Corin Hawthorne with Won't He Do It. Number 5, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, Trust in You. Number 4, Jacqueline Carr, You Will Win. Number 3, Charles Jenkins and Lee Andrea with Grace. Number 2, William Murphy and Bishop James Morton with Everlasting God. Number 1 for 9 weeks goes to Travis Green with You Waited. Well, that's your Billboard Top 10 songs for this week, your top 10 healthiest cities in the United States, and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
That's how I felt.
So you trying to say why you implied that?
I said what I said.
All right, you guys, it is the Real Talk with Red discussion, and this is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on today's world and entertainment news. No, wait a minute. What am I saying? Y'all, my mind is just going everywhere, so I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, let's keep it moving. It is the Real Talk with Red discussion, and this is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion. We have real light topics, grown folks discussion, and also during this segment we have letters from you guys, which is the Ask Red letter. But I might have time to do an Ask Red letter later on after I finish this. But we got like 30 so minutes left of the broadcast, so let's keep it moving. But we started this on. We've been dealing with this since December, and now we got a good grip on to the head of it. And so we've been talking about the biblical dating series, and this part 2 is entitled Men Initiate, Women Response. And on Tuesday we discussed about how modern dating is different from biblical dating and vice versa, and is it any different? But if you think you're ready to date, hey, men, the first step of the process of moving forward towards marriage through the initiation of or participation in a godly relationship is to evaluate yourself spiritually. So before you even start seeing anybody, before you even get into a relationship, find out what you are, or where you are spiritually. Find out if you and your relationship, men, I'm talking to you more so, if you and your relationship with God is, like they say, on point, and I'm putting them air quotes, if you and your relationship with God is on point, evaluate yourself spiritually. Evaluate yourself spiritually. Remember that one of our guiding principles here is that we are trying to be, or we're preparing ourselves to be, a godly spouse, even as we try to find a godly spouse. So if we're trying to find one, we trying to be that godly spouse, but all singles who profess Christ and aspire to be married, even as if it's a possibility, have this responsibility outside the area of life we should all be trying to grow in Christ. But are you a Christian? And if you already know that you are, then are you growing and maturing as a Christian? Are you generally humble and teachable? And do you respect authority? But as a practical matter, are you responsible and holy in the way that possesses your own spirit, mind, and body? I'm asking all these questions because it has to deal with, you being submissive, ladies, and men, knowing how to initiate the portion of what you're, doing in your relationship. But as you move into the stage of life in which you begin to seriously consider marriage, generally a relationship, your first step should be to soberly reflect before God on your own spiritual walk and maturity in Christ. If you aspire to be a godly husband or godly wife someday, what have you done and what are you doing to prepare for that ministry? People try to play me left and right when I'm actually doing this myself. Oh, I just can't wait till you become married. I just can't wait. You gonna see. Yeah, I'm gonna see. And not everybody have the same type of problems that you do. Not everybody go through the same stuff that you do. Even if you knew before you got married that your husband stomped heads, but everybody's not gonna go through the same thing as you do. So let me keep on moving and keep on walking and keep on talking, because I ain't talking to y'all anymore. I'm not. Yes, I am. But second, are you at a place in your life in which that you are ready and able to marry? As this as it has been written on balance.org, practice and recreation are not good reasons to date. Dating is for the purpose of finding a marriage partner, and if you can't happily picture yourself married within a year, you're not in position to date. Hello, somebody. Thirdly, y'all, once you decide that you are ready to date, look to God's word to decide the kind of person to date. Kind of person you date. Evaluate potential dating partners on those criteria. Once you go out, fellas, and more so women, if you know that you have, and let me take a side break, ladies, when you are trying to be found, and men, when you're trying to look, folks can argue me up and down when I say this. I don't care. I will say it. I will continue to say it. And I will continue to say it. And I will continue to say this. You are not looking for no Boaz, ladies. And men, you're not looking for no Ruth. Boaz was Ruth's person and Ruth was Boaz's woman. You can't find you Boaz. You cannot find him. And no, my name is not Boaz. My name is Rufus. My name is Red to y'all. Act like you didn't hear that. But my name is Red. My name is not no Boaz. And yes, I have more qualities than Boaz do. Come on, nah. But seriously though, my name is not no Boaz. You're not looking for Boaz. You're looking for Red. Come on. And I'm not looking for no Ruth. I'm looking for qualities that you carry. Yes, Ruth was a good woman. Yes, Boaz was a good man. I'm not taking that away from them. But that was their time. Let them have their own thing. Come on now. Let them have their own thing. You're not looking for no Boaz. You're not looking for Ruth. You looking for... Come on. Come on. But yes, once you look and once you're ready to date, look to God's word and decide the kind of person you to date. Evaluate the potential dating partners on those criteria and rely on primarily the world's treatment of ideas like attraction, chemistry, sex, whatever. And hey, do that. But if you are busy like me with time for only one mildly, discussion, or if you cannot, read on, these topics, take time out to do so. When you're out dating, y'all, I say this, when you're out dating, pick a potential partner with an eye towards godly manhood and womanhood, and with the eye toward who would make a good husband or wife. Define those characteristics God esteemed in His Word, not what the world or what Hollywood or what your friends or what other folks like. You can only do what you do, and you can only, date who you date, and you can only, go here and whatever because of your choices and all of that. You can only do that because you wanted to do that. You can only do it. Don't do whatever everybody else do. Don't date because what everybody else date. Don't go and pick these characteristics because everybody else picked it out. You can't do that. You can't do that. I heard somebody once say, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to get into the first part one of this, and it's going to be men initiate. But with that being said, of what I said before about, you can't pick your characteristics and choose this and choose that with what other people like. Somebody said, well, I tell everybody whenever they got to try it out, because I tried mine out before I married him. Huh? And it was a I'm doing air quotes again, it was a saved woman. Huh? That's my break. Keep it where you got it. I'll be right back, alright?
You're listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 Show. For more about the broadcast, please visit the rh3show.com.
Are you looking for an experienced and passionate video production company that values your time and resources? Then look no further. 1301 Productions specializes in creative promotional concepts that promote your product, brand, or service. Our main goal is that we can help you reach your existing clients as well as potential clients successfully. Call today to set up your free estimate. 1301 Productions, creative concepts for creative clients. For more information about 1301 Productions, give them a call at 424-835-1301. You're listening to the RH3 Show. You can visit my website at therh3show.com. Okay, people, we are back. We are back to give you the second part of the Real Talk with Ray discussion. And if you're not just now joining us, we are in the middle of the part 2 of our biblical dating series, and it is entitled Men Initiate, Women Respond. And we're going to jump into the first part of men initiating. So, fellas, among the different roles assigned to us and to the women in the Bible, we are assigned the role of leadership. We're assigned the role of leadership. And with this role of leadership, it is true that in the church, it is true that we have to, be a part of this leadership, not only in church, but in our family as well. And this is not a sign of male superiority or greater of importance of men, but it is simply God's design and assignment of equality of valuable roles among spiritual equal beings. Men initiate, women respond. Briefly, biblical support for this position is found among other passages in the creation in Genesis 2, as well as in 1 Corinthians 11, 7 through 9, and Ephesians 5. But y'all, true, these passages refer to marriage. But it is wise and right to set patterns that will serve you well in marriage, especially if one accepts the premise that the purpose of dating is to find a marriage partner. So, of course, once of course, all of these is dealing with marriage, but how are you going to know what to do? How are you going to know all of that if you do not, if you don't look it up and don't learn from the very beginning and, know which role to expect and which role to do or whatever. But the first where I'm at, I done lost my part. What does this actually look like in a budding relationship between two people? Number one, the man should initiate asking the woman out. Of course, that whether biblical or not, y'all. That's the first thing to do. That's the first thing to do is, fellas, ask her out. Hey, can I get your number? Are you tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day. Nah. No, not that, but seriously though. Of course, ask her out. Whether this mean approaching her, herself or her father or somewhere filling that role of her father, but it should be the guy that starts things off. Honestly, teenagers and young adults, okay, ask the father to date. But as you get into the age of 25, 26, and, whatever, hey, ask her. You want to go out or whatever, ask her out. One day you want to go out for a cup of coffee or, a burger or something, piece of burger, some burger wings or whatever. Just ask her out something, something smooth. Don't go too hard, but still ask her out. And, y'all, I done did something and okay, here we go. But, ask her out. Ask her, whatever. But as I mentioned before, y'all, he should not do this until he's ready to marry. If you're not ready to date, if you're not ready to marry, don't be ready to date. Hello, somebody. Can you hear me out there? Can you hear me? Seriously, though. But if you're not ready to date, don't go out. If you're not ready to be married, don't go out asking these ladies out for date because you're wasting their time. And ladies, you might be wasting his time if you say yeah and you don't want to be with him. I'm for real. I mean, we don't got time for this. What Sweet Brown say? Ain't nobody got time for that. I need to find a engineer. I need to find a sound bed for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Cause they don't. I know I don't. Do you not? But ain't nobody got time for that. For you to be playing games with folks. But still, if you're not ready, don't ask. Just say, okay, well, and be straight up forward. Thank you so much, but right now I'm in I don't have nobody. But if you're not looking to be married, because I'm looking for this next relationship for marriage, and that's beginning with the initiation from you or from me, initiation from me. And if, that's not where you want to go. And I know, of course, it's not going to start off with engagement first. We got to learn each other. But just know what my thoughts are and what my agenda is for you. I mean, seriously, what my agenda is for you. I mean, if you're not ready, don't get into it. That's it. That's it. Point blank, period, simple. I'm going to take a quick break and we'll be back, you guys. And I'm going to try to close out on the next break because we got about 15 more minutes left of the broadcast, probably. All right, be back in a minute.
You are listening to my boy Red with the RH3 show.
And you're listening to the RH3 show. Keep it locked.
See me, y'all. Sorry. I thought my mic was on. But, all right, you all. We're back. We're going to go ahead and get ready to close out this topic here. And again, if you're just not joining us, tis. Shame on you. We are talking the biblical dating series, Men Initiate, Women Respond. Yes, come on. Where were we at? As a quick aside, if you are a single man and you would not desire yourself to be ready to be married within a year, think about why that is. For two reasons. Scripture seems not to just encourage, but it also assumes the part of growth into biblical manhood is to seek marriage. So this is a biblical goal. And also easily the biggest complaint that we get is to advocate that I and others who advocate this approach get from godly Christian women is that men don't initiate. You have to initiate. Rufus, I said my name again. Y'all just got my name today. Red, you got to initiate. You have to initiate. Fellas, brothers, you got to initiate. You have to initiate. And I will say this, getting back to you don't know or you don't think that you should be married. Listen here. Men that find that the wife find a good thing and obtaineth favor. And obtaineth favor. So when you fellas, when you find that fine, sexy, come on here, lady, girl, ooh, when it just looks right and she's good and you know, if she's not all the way there, but you know, you see a potential in her and you see that you can grow with her spiritually as well as, you know, in a relationship, you don't want that favor from the Lord? Huh? Come on. But yeah, I mean, the number two, like I said, easiest biggest complaint is you know that we get is we don't initiate. But if you're still in school or not on your own, disregard what I said, disregard what I'm about to say this for a minute. But if you are out of college and do not feel specifically called to singleness for biblical reasons, why are you not looking to be married? You know, but you know, in the Bible, marriage and family are considered a natural stage of progression towards manhood. The command in Genesis is to be fruitful and multiply. To be fruitful and multiply. That's a general command. But when Paul extols singleness in 1 Corinthians 7, which is often misused as passage in this area of life, it is singleness for the purpose of enhanced marriage, discipleship, teaching, ministry work. That's what I want in my marriage: discipleship, teaching, and not ministry work. Well, that too, but missionary work. If you are floating around staying single because you enjoy social flexibility or having a time for yourself or hanging out with the guys or the girls, or because you have worldly ideas about the perfect woman or how to approach marriage, or if you do it on a regular and you like that and you just don't want to stop or don't want to, you know, be celibate because, you know, you're sinning, that, come on now. You can't. Consider, are you approaching manhood and marriage biblically? Every male who is out of college should have at least thought through this. I'm for real. Once he determined that he's ready to be married, and once he has found a particular woman he is interested in pursuing, our single man's next step is to put feelers out. He should talk to some of her friends to see if she's been asking about him. Bat in your eyes, ladies. Or have one or two subtly suggestive conversations with her to see if she gives anything away. No, this is not initiation. No, don't do that. I reeled you in, didn't I? But initiation is not manipulating the situation so that while you're officially asking her out, there's no actual risk of rejection or embarrassment. Initiation means initiation. It means that you, as a man, take the first step and risk it all. But real men risk rejection. In the article that Michael Lawrence has written, he says, wait a minute, are you saying that all risk is mine? Yes, I am. Doesn't that mean that she can just tell me no and leave me twisting the wind? Yes, it does. Welcome to leadership. Welcome to trusting God. Welcome to being a man. Your cards are belong on the table. Your intentions and your feelings, to the extent that you can discern them and it is appropriate for you to share them, should be clear. Part of your role, even at an early stage, is to protect the woman of your interest from unnecessary risk and vulnerability by providing a safe context in which she can respond. And this is so, y'all, my heart. That's strong. You gotta protect her from unnecessary risk and vulnerability. Look, you gotta protect her from that player over there. You gotta protect her from her ex Johnny, who trying to still get in her drawers. You gotta protect her. Wait a minute. This is somebody that I tried to be with, and this is somebody that I want to be with. No, they can't have her because God, she is single for Women respond. Ladies. You know what? I'm going to, let's see how much time I got left on here. We have, okay, we can go ahead and roll, because I was going to, give y'all a behind the scenes on this. But no, women, as it is the man's God-given role to initiate, so is the woman's God-given role to respond. Her response may be positive or negative. It may occur through her father, her family, or words directly to her potential suitor. But whatever the circumstances is, her role is as a responder, not initiator, not somebody who keeping them hanging. But as single men need to learn how to lead, whether they like it or not. Single women need to learn what it is to let a man assume spiritual leadership in the relationship and to respond to that leadership. Ultimately, this means learning to trust God, goodness, and sovereignty. Clearly, this is not the popular secular view of liberated women's role. Hollywood's perfect woman runs with the boys and knows what she wants and is aggressive en route to getting it, especially romantically. Hilariously, Hollywood even writes, y'all, that these characteristics into period pieces as if the normal woman at all levels of society in the 18th and 19th centuries was a post-feminist, post-sexual revolution. There ain't no difference between me and you, libertine. But I digress from saying that all. I digress. Needless to say, that's not biblical picture of a responder, y'all. The Lord is sovereign. If it does not work out with a particular guy because he didn't step up, the Lord will cause something else to work out. He knows what's best for each of us, and all of us must learn to trust him, especially about the things that are important to us. Accountability. Finally, let me advocate that initiation of relationship under some accountability structure. I mentioned that women's father or family become, until the second half of the 20th century, that's largely how it was done. The idea was to protect the woman from the potential hurt or awkwardness, to aid her in evaluating a man whom she might not have known well at the time of his initiation, and to help ensure that relationship was carried out honorably. Certainly, this norm spread beyond the believing community and become more of a cultural phenomenon, but is also jails with attempts to carry out godly relationship, especially those among believers who hold a complementarian view of biblical genders. Y'all, in this day and age, however, the fact that it is that many single Christian women have fathers who are not involved in their lives at all, are not believers or are indifferent or too unaware of the notion of protecting and shepherding their daughter and potential suitors in dating context. Where that is the case, a natural alternative might be some married individual or couple within the woman's or man's church community. Ladies, this doesn't mean that you have to cut your would-be suitor off mid-sentence, take off running, and shout your father's whoever's name and phone number over your shoulder as you go. It may mean that you explain to him that before you are willing to go out with him, he needs to meet persons or a couple X to discuss it with them or with you two. Maybe your pastor, maybe mother such and such. Hey, be respectful, fellas. If you don't desire the sort of protection or aid, at least insist that the two of you begin to meet with others who know one or both of you well, so that there is consistent accountability and outside perspective on how the relationship is going. Humble openness to accountability is essential to a godly relationship. So that's my take on initiation, y'all. It is not exhaustive coverage. I realize, but this should at least get your relationship started on broad principles. And you know what? It is time for me to go. Thank you to boundless.org for this series, y'all. Thank you. On next Tuesday, we're just going to be talking about just friends. What? What's just friends? What should friendship between single men and women look like? Christian, hey, do you supposed to do or not? I'll be talking to y'all about that on next Tuesday. If you missed this week's broadcast, they are on the podcast. Or if you want to listen to it on the radio station, visit us, wpopradio.com, or download the app, of course, however you're listening to WPOP now. Listen to it on Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. For more about me or the broadcast, you can visit my website at therh3show.com. I'm out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all live on Tuesday, where we'll be continuing part 3 of this biblical dating series. Peace, party people. Haha. See you later. Bye. This has been an encore presentation, a best of broadcast of RH3 Productions. For more about me or the broadcast, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.